Do you take issue with the number of abandoned homes in Baltimore?
Yeah, it just kind of makes the area look dingy, or makes it look poor and impoverished. And I think I would really wish that maybe the city would take these places and do something with them, renovate them, maybe sell them out, or maybe just find a way to put them to good use. So just there's entire blocks boarded up that could be just torn down and made into rec centers or things that can just benefit the community. And you'll see universities or you'll see businesses buying these communities, buying these blocks up, but they don't use them for anything that benefits the community. They just use them for building hotels and such. So rather than having that, I would personally feel like it would just be in just everyone's best interest if the city brought them and used them for something that could help out the future or help out youth from a grassroots movement.
Do you think that the neglect has to do with the African Americans living here or the minorities?
Yeah, you can definitely say that. Like, I definitely know that in African American communities or minority communities, just the property value is lower. And you hear about things such as gentrification, where people will buy out the community and then they'll move or they'll raise the property value, and that'll force African Americans to move. But I think the main thing is a lot of people don't want to move into these communities, like neighborhoods near Patterson Park or so, just because they have these mentalities about the places that someone will rob their homes or someone will shoot them or something like that, which just leads to the government, I guess, feeling like there's no good reason to like renovate a place and try to sell it. It's just because the African Americans or the poor people there won't be able to afford a new place, and no one from outside the community is going to move in. So it just kind of, there's almost a, you're screwed if you do, you're screwed if you don't. So they just remain a status quo.
How long have you been living in Baltimore?
I've been living in Baltimore my entire life, which just entails 21 years.
Do you plan on continuing to live in Baltimore?
That's a strange question, because I've thought about it, and I thought that maybe my skill set, so just my motivation to actually try to better communities might be really useful here. And I mean, I have a lot of deep-rooted friendships and a lot of deep-rooted connections here, such as I've for almost 6 or 7 years I worked with the Baha'is in Baltimore, and we've been making junior youth groups, or groups just trying to better different communities such as Carlton Square or in Bella Edison. And I would like to see that work continue to progress, because I like to think of myself as a product of such work. But I also feel like I feel like I'm a fish that's just been swimming in the same pond, and I would like to branch out and just see what the world is like. So I guess my answer would be, I'm not going to continue my education in Baltimore, but I will probably end up staying in Baltimore. And with my free time that I do have between whatever activities I try to do, I hope to travel and bring every lesson that I learned from different countries or different states back to Baltimore and try to implement it in a manner that can just lead to Baltimore progressing in a good light.
What do you know about Baltimore's history?
Sports history-wise, I would say I know a pretty good amount, but just the actual city, I couldn't tell you much about the city, which I suppose is a flaw on my part, seeing as how I've lived here for 21 years, but it's just something that hasn't really interested me, but perhaps it should.
What do you know about the sports history?
I know about the Baltimore Colts, I know about the Baltimore Orioles, and those are my two favorite sports that I watch, like football and baseball. I guess that would be like the huge thing. I know about some rock musicians such as Frank Zappa. One of my favorite guitarists is a native of Baltimore, though he moved to California later on. And that's how like one of my favorite writers, Edgar Allan Poe. He was born in Baltimore. And then one of my favorite writers of all time, F. Scott Fitzgerald. His wife stayed at Shepherd Pratt, and he actually was in Charles Village at a hotel there while she was there. So I mean, there's a lot of very interesting points and a lot very interesting literary heritage and sports heritage, but to really say I know I could elaborate on those details, I really could not.
What do you think about the Lexington Market area, downtown?
Lexington Market is one of those things in Baltimore that I would say was a really good idea, has a really good history, and then it's just kind of progressed in a manner that Baltimore seems to be progressing at times, and that it's just been degrading, it's been in a downward spiral, it's now dirty, but there's still businesses there, and there's still like a bustling community there, which is really fantastic, but I would just say that it's not what it once was. It's not a huge center of commerce, it's not a huge center of tourism, it's not just an amazing place that people talk about going, it's just a place that kind of is in the backdrop of Baltimore. When you see pictures of it, it looks great, really, like pictures of Lexington Market look fantastic, but when you go there, it's not what you would imagine it to be, which I suppose is a really sad thing.